What's going on, everybody? It's Facebook Live with the fist pump guy. Bondi's Toyota, Enterprise, Alabama. Y'all come on in. Y'all drop in. I got a quick topic to cover with you. Hopefully you can read that on the description. And maybe you'll get a little bit about what I'm talking about. So y'all come on in. We'll walk back here by the tree line because I like doing videos back here. What's up, AJ? Hope you had a good day, my friend. I like coming out here to the tree line because it's pretty and peaceful out here. The sun's set back over here, so it looks really good, and the lights are not damaging my my photos and my videos on here. So let me get away from this light because I'm appreciate you, man. Appreciate you jumping on. Just a quick topic with the fist pump guy on Facebook Live here. So I appreciate you guys. Hope you had a great day. As you come on in, I'm gonna go ahead and get started because this one don't need to take very long, but it's probably a 5 or 10 minute teaching here. And there's if you read my description, my question to you is, it's your house. Who's responsible for taking out the trash? Right? Well, primarily in my house, I try to take out the trash. I like to do those kind of things to help my wife out because she works hard around the house. There's a lot of things that she does, washes clothes, cleans house and stuff. And taking out the trash, in my opinion, is probably one of the easiest things to do, right? So in your house, who's responsible for taking out that trash? Okay? Now you may be asking where I'm going with this, because what does taking out the trash have to do with anything? Well, what happens if you're the one responsible for taking out trash? You just decide to stop doing it. You just decide to stop taking out the trash. So you know it's getting full. You know it's starting to get to the top. Well, number one, you can't put anything else in it, right? So you start stacking stuff on top of the counter or top of the trash can. And at that point, you start thinking about maybe letting somebody else do it, right? But who's responsible for taking out trash? So if it's your responsibility, that's something you should be doing, right? Well, what happens when you don't do it, or you refuse to do it, or you just stop doing it? What's up, Ryan? Dad, hope y'all had a great day today. Talking about taking out the trash. Who's responsible for taking out the trash in your place, in your house, in your business, whatever the case may be? Who's responsible for that? I take it upon myself to do so. But what if I just stopped doing it, okay? Let's say my wife wasn't there and I was the only one there, for a while. Of course, she would take it out if it got too bad. But what happens if you just stop wanting to do that? What happens? Well, it starts, and you'll see where I'm going with this in a minute, Ryan. But it starts overflowing. So you start stacking stuff up there. When I was a bachelor, and we kind of had some, exactly. Well, that's probably a good one there too, Heather. And I'm sure Jeffrey might do it from time to time, but that may be their chore, so that's good. But when I was a bachelor and I had some roommates, it wasn't uncommon we were trying to figure out how high you could stack the trash before it fell over or toppled before somebody would actually take it. So my question to you is, what happens when you just stop doing that? Well, there's a couple things that happen, and I'm going to relate it to something else. It starts filling up. It starts stinking. Because you know what happens when you put, you've had a steak and you sawed off all the fat and you stick it in there, or you've got raw meat maybe that you've put in there, or some old ham or old cheese, something that it starts stinking. It'll start rotting in the bottom of that. Liquids start dripping down there, which is disgusting because when you do take it out, it kind of drips all over the floor. You know what I mean? And then you got to go back and wipe that up. It's pretty nasty. Then you got to wash out the trash can. So it starts stinking. Well, originally it just starts stinking the trash can. It starts stinking right around the trash can. If you continue to let it, let's say a day or two goes by and it's a little bit warm in your house, then it starts stinking up the house, right? So then your whole house starts stinking. So it starts in the kitchen or wherever your trash is at. Then it starts permeating through the house. Well, what happens is your air conditioner comes on, your heater comes on, it sucks that smell up in the vents. Next thing you know, it's through all your house. Well, if you still don't take it out and you still refuse to, it only gets worse and magnifies, and then it starts getting on your clothes, right? You ever walked into, back when I used to hang out at bars or somebody that smokes house, you've been there 30 seconds, that smoke sticks to you? Well, the trash does the same thing. You may not realize it, but other people do. They smell it on you. Same way with a dog. Sometimes you smell that on people. I'm not there yet, Jonathan Sewell Sells. Y'all, you give me a break. So it starts sticking to you. So it gets all through the house. It gets on you. your skin. It doesn't matter how many showers you take, because it's in your clothes. It gets on your furniture. It gets in all the fabrics of your house, and it just starts making it just, you don't smell it because you live in it, right? So other people can smell it on you, this, that, and the other. So if you don't take the trash out, it will get on you, get in your house, stink it all up, stink you all up. People smell it on you. And guess what happens eventually? If you don't take it out and you continue living in that, breathing it, guess what happens? You get sick. You get infected. You get to where you maybe can't breathe well, and you can't figure out what it was. It's because you never took the trash out. Now, let's relate this to your life. Okay? If you continue to let people in your life that are infecting you, continue to let people bring you down, drag you down, sometimes you got to separate yourself. So what am I saying? Sometimes you got to take the trash out to get better. Sometimes you got to get rid of some of those problem people in your life, so that way you can grow and progress. Okay? I don't care if it's in your personal life, if you own a business, if you run a business, sometimes, and it hurts, sometimes it's necessary if you need to get to where you want to go. Okay? If we don't clean out the bad people that are around us, guess what it's going to do? It's going to infect us. It's going to rub off on you. You were positive, you're around negative people, you're going to be negative. It's those things that hurt us in life, and sometimes we don't realize it because they're our friends, they're our co-workers, whatever the case may be. Sometimes we don't realize that, and we continue to let it build up, and guess what? Eventually, it infects not only you, it infects all the people around you, and now you got to take out the trash for real. Yeah. John Sewell says, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Jeffrey? Y'all have had to work with it. Y'all have had to deal with it. Y'all have had to overcome it in your life. Ryan, I know you've had to overcome it, my friend, because when you're overcoming addictions and things like that, Ryan, you know what I'm talking about. There's people around you that continue to egg you on to want you to do those things. So if you are not taking out your trash in your house, it's going to make you stink. If you're not taking out the people in your life that's causing you to stink, you're going to get infected, you're going to be sick, and it's going to be hard for you to overcome that. So guess what you got to do? You got to clean those people out. Find new friends if necessary. It's going to hurt. You may have known these people your whole life. But if they don't see what your goals are, they don't see what your vision is for your life, and they don't get on the board with it, they got to go to the back of the bus to get off the bus. How about that? Flush the toilet too, whatever you want to say. I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope your night's even better, and hope your weekend's even better than that. Thank you guys for tuning in. The Fist Pump Guy, selling cars the right way because it's the only way I know. Take out the trash and follow the Fist Pump Enterprise.